acid, tartaric acid, tungsten, molybdenum, glycerin, nitroglycerin, and countless other organic compounds that enter into today's daily life, industry, health, and comfort. Yes, ini yung mga napang-discover is dakong pandit siya, dakong din siya na natabang. And then he is known as the father of modern plant chemistry. Yan, si Shield. Next one is the America's first apothecary generals, Craig G. And siya, the shakers and medicinal herbs. Yan, mga lang siya, mga history na lang hindi siya tanan-tanan. And then American Pharmacy built its foundation faced with two major threats: violation of the practice of pharmacy and discriminatory classification by the University of Pennsylvania Medical Faculty. The pharmacies of Philadelphia formed an association which became the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy, a school pharmacy and a self-policing board. So, ang dati-rate is as an association, ginawa nilang College of Pharmacy. Hanggang sa gumawa sila ng self-policing board. So, 68 pharmacies signed the constitution of the first pharmaceutical association in the United States. Yun ang sinabi kung kailan. So, 68 din siya. Ang first pharmacist dito. The American Pharmaceutical Association, APA, sa atin ito is the Philippine Pharmaceutical Association. Si Daniel Smith ang first president. Ayun o, si William Proctor, mapamiliarize niyo yung Procter and Gamble. Its first secretary. 20 delegates launched the American Pharmaceutical Association and opened membership to all pharmaceutics and druggists of good character who subscribe to its constitution and its code of ethics. So, in European and American pharmacy na naman met, and American pharmacy groups met for the first time at the Second Congress of Pharmacy in the Paris, France. So, nagadako na ang channel ng pharmacy until such time na umabot talaga sa atin dito. So, the father of American pharmacy, si William Proctor, kasi confidential, no? Sa Procter and Gamble, confidential, no? Yung pharmacist, glad to know, di ba? Naalam natin na pala siya na graduate niya sa Philadelphia College of Pharmacy. Ayan, a leader in founding the American Pharmaceutical Association, first secretary, leader, and president. So, in the father of toxicology, na-mention na natin na siya. Tapos, ang iya is the art of poisoning. Yan, sa German apothecary na naman yan siya. No, mga names nila. Anyway, upload ko ni Sandras. Yan, inventor of oxygen, si Lemusine. Because na siya, kung sakyanan lang na. Inventor of oxygen bottles, several hypodermic ampule, medicine dropper, the system of coloring poison. So, una, no, harap rin sa ila. Hindi manufacture sila. Pero karoon lain na gina nag-manufacture. Wala na gina sa si Bering and Rocks announced the effectiveness of diphtheria antitoxins in 1894. Part Davis, actually, class, kanang Pfizer God, na company karon to na Part Davis na siya, class. The old name, dati niya na Part Davis na siya. Kanang mga Constanto na, sa Part Davis na siya, karon Pfizer na siya karon. Nag-new name na sila. Pero naabdan ko pa na itong first pa lang to, first year na ko nga nagkuhan ko, nag-pharmacist, na pa na si Part Davis. Si Benadryl itong na Part Davis na. So, sa Alexander Fleming, discovered ko na sila in 1929, di ba? Wala siyang first nga antibiotic na nakuha is the penicillin. Yun. Streptomycin discovered in chlorphenicol discovered in 1947. Alam niyo ba, class, ng erythromycin na discovered sa Philippines? Remember, erythromycin discovered by Dr. Aguilar, mayata, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Aguilar in Oton, graveyard ng Oton, Iloilo, na-discover ang erythromycin. Sige daw, tenda ako na assignment. I-research ninyo kung ang erythromycin ba, asa na siya na found out, and who is that doctor who found out that erythromycin in kung totoo ba nasa graveyard din siya ng Iloilo. Ng Oton, Iloilo. First Filipino registered pharmacist. Ayan. UST offered BS Pharmacy and licensure in pharmacy in 1871. As in, pinakauna talaga ng UST. 1904 ang pharmacy, ang San Agustin. Imagine ka, pila katuig, no? Pharmacy, so ang San Agustin is 1904. Ang UST is 1871. The first siya. Si Don Leon, kaya sa Manila class, but competition sa board rating and sa board rating and tawag niyan UP, yan sila. Si Don Leon Maria Guerrero, yan ha, tandain na ninyo kay part na niya sa Philippine Pharmacy History. Si Don Leon Maria Guerrero, the first Filipino to study pharmacy. First graduates among the class of 6. So, anong lang sila, no? Actually, class kami first year, 184. Pag 4 sections kami first year. Pagka second sem o first year, second sem, 1 section na lang kami. Nagiging close meet sa 50. Pag second year namon, nag-30 plus na lang kami. Pag third year namon, may nakuan pagid sa amon, may na-kick out, may nagsabay na sa amon, may na-kick out pagid na 11, na before kami nag-4th year. So, all in all, 27 na lang kami nag-graduate. From 184 na first year, 27 na lang kami nag-graduate. And all of us passed the board exam. Take 1 na kita na. So, sabi no, ingana ka-tight ang kuan, ang amo ang tawag sina. What we call that? Salaanay. Ingana sa mo ato. May 75 ka first year, na-kick out ka na, transfer ka na. So, ayan. So, at least okay lang, nang kamot ka. So, the father of Philippine pharmacy, siya ha, si Maria Guerrero, si Don Leon Maria Guerrero, father of Philippine pharmacy, appeared as the first suggestions on the second earliest compiled book 1. The date was May 22, 1903. So, first drugstore in the Philippines. Remember, Butika Bowie. First drugstore in the Philippines. Ini si Bowie to nakas may pharmacy. May ara ni siya manufacturing Bowie. Pero kung related gihapon ba sila ni Butika Bowie. Basta may Bowie nga manufacturer, may Bowie to na company to una na distribute og mga medicines. So, si Dr. Lorenzo Nigrao, physician, pharmacist, owner of Butika Bowie. So, ganda, no? Doctor niya siya, nag-pharmacist pa siya. Kaya ganyan. So, that's end our chapter 1. So, we still have 12 minutes. So, we will continue to our chapter 2. Okay? So, hang on. So, chapter 2, we're going to discuss pharmaceutical education. So, ato siya kung ano mga gina-require sa inyo. So, what is pharmacy all about? So, pharmacy requires a unique and specialized body of knowledge about drugs and their use. To become a pharmacist, remember, to become a pharmacist, a student must be proficient in the application of this knowledge based on a system of formal pharmaceutical education. You know what is formal and pharmaceutical education? Eto, nag-aral ka ng BS Pharmacy sa isang accredited na school ng pharmacy. Okay, member ni PACOP, recognized ni CHED, ganyan. So, yan siya. Pumasa sa inspection, kumpleto ng requirements for application as pharmacist. Yung kumbaga recognize talaga ng CHED ang BS Pharmacy yan. Formal pharmaceutical education. So, education in pharmacy evolved from entirely apprenticeship training to the current extensive collegiate education. Well, in the United States, a grade school plus a 40-week course was a requirement in 1904. Remember, 1904, maulan na. Wala na kagamay ilang requirement sa pharmacy. Grade school, ha? Grade school sa ilaha, hanggang grade 12 lang, di ba? Okay, and then 40 weeks lang. 40 weeks, talagang 40 weeks, 10 months? Di ba? Kasi in 1 month, we have only 4 weeks. So, times 10, so we have only 10 months lang. Required, ha? Yun lang required. This was increased in 1907 to grade school plus 50 weeks. Nadugang na. So, 10, 11, almost 11 months and 2 weeks. Okay, 11 months and 2 weeks na. To be finished in 2 years. So, kailangan tapusin mo in 2 weeks yung 50 weeks. Hindi pwede kasi nga may internship pa yun siya. In 1908, 1 year of high school plus a 2-year course as a requirement was changed to 2 years of high school in 1918. So, yun, umakyat na ng umakyat class. The entrance to the pharmacy curriculum prerequisite was raised to high school graduation plus 3 years before the pharmacy graduate degree could be given. So, from 40 weeks, nagiging 50 weeks, nagiging 1 year, nagiging 2 years after grade school. Ngayon, may high school na plus 3 years. Okay, paduol-duol na tanong sa katotohanan. Ngayon, then 4 years in 1932. Yes, 1932, with a BS Pharmacy degree and 5 years in 1966. Actually, class, from 1966, nag 5 years man gid siya ang pharmacy. Taon lang na before nag-year 1990 yata, 1990s, oo, binalik nila sa 4 years. With the same degree, ayan 5 years in 1960, with the same degree lately, US offers 6 years programs leading to Doctor of Pharmacy, Pharm B. So, ngayon, iba. Graduate ka ng 4 years, graduate ka muna senior high, kukuha ka ng 4 years degree, papasa ka muna ng pharmacy, and then another 2 years na pag-aral mo kung gusto mo mag-Doctor of Pharmacy. Actually, may cousin ako na who passed the board exam sa pharmacy, so kapila naman kung ako na 2018 yan, siya nagpunta sa Central Escolar University, then doon siya 2019 na siya nag-take class, nagkapapasa na 2019. Isa kong pinsan is medtech, sumabay sila sa Agustin Diapon graduate, isa pharmacy sa medtech, isang department na yan sila, medtech at saka pharmacy, combine yan sila, isang dean lang. So, siya, dumiretso siya sa Central Escolar University sa Manila, then take the Doctor of Pharmacy, procedure for Doctor of Pharmacy. In the Philippines, remember, the first course offered was leading to the degree of pharmaceutical chemistry. Yes, una-una gina-class, pharmaceutical chemistry gina ang i-offer lang. The 3-year course was extended to 4 years leading to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy. In 1965, the BS Pharmacy course could be finished after 5 years of study. Ayun, 1984. In 1984, so lucky, grade 4 pa lang to, gibalik na nila. The BS Pharmacy was reduced to 4 years. Kaya hanggang ngayon, 4 years na. Kung gusto mo lang mag-specialize ka, pag-license ka na, yun, iba, nagdagdag ng another year for industrial, for clinical, ayan. So sometimes, mag-clinical ka na lang man sila kung nag-practice ka na sa hospital. Diba? So, at present, different pharmacy programs offered in the Philippines are as follows. 4-year BS Pharmacy, meron. 5 years BS Pharmacy sa mga industrial. 5 years BS Pharmacy in clinical pharmacy, sinabi ko na kanina. 5 years BS Industrial Pharmacy. Ayun. 6 years Doctor of Pharmacy. 2-year post-baccalaureate degree leading to Doctor of Pharmacy. Ayan, sabi ng, pwede direct for, diba? Direct 6 years ka, but you have to pass. Or maybe pwede mo na kukuha ka ng BS na 4 years, then, yun ang natawag na 2-year post-baccalaureate. Kasi nga, pag sabing post-baccalaureate, graduate ka na. You have already that baccalaureate degree. So, you have already that BS Pharmacy degree. Baccalaureate ka sa class. And then, 2 years to proceed. And then, 2-year Master of Science in Pharmacy. Another 2 years. Then, 3-year Doctor in Philosophy in Pharmacy. Tapos, asa na yun siya? And then next, slide 38, Technical Committee of Pharmacy Education. The Commission of Higher Education, CHED, has jurisdiction on all higher institution programs and offerings. Under the CHED are technical panels for specific group of related education. Kananta, college, under dito sa CHED. Wala tayong magawa if the like karon the internship was approved by the IATF na limited face-to-face, but if CHED will say no, then we have to follow CHED. Order of the CHED will prevail. One of them is the technical panel of the health professions education. The panel is composed of the chair of different technical committees. So, ayan. So, note, the chair of the technical committee on pharmacy education usually comes from the academe. Technical committee is appointed on a yearly basis for 2 years. Ayan, Commission on Higher Education, Office Programs and Standards, Technical Panel for Health Professional Education, Technical Committees, Technical Committee on Pharmacy Education Chair. Then President of the Philippine Association, ito na. Ito. Kapag mag-pharmacist kayo, member kayo dyan, Chair of Professional Regulated Board of Pharmacy, meron ganyan, President of the Association of College of Pharmacy. This is the PACOP. Ang tayo, member tayo ng PACOP class. Lahat ng mga colleges na may offering pharmacy should be the member of PACOP. Ito, pwede din the Director of Bureau 5, the FDA. We are also under the pillar of the FDA. Mind you, hindi ako takot sa may-ari ng drugstore. Takot ako sa FDA. Honestly. Ayan. Mas grabe na sila. Essential ka na din. Ayun. Subject, policies, standards, and guidelines for pharmacy education. In accordance with the pertinent provisions of Republic Act 7722, otherwise known as the Higher Education Act of 1994, and for the purpose of rationalizing pharmacy education in the country with the end in view of meeting the health needs of the people through quality health services and keeping it relevant and spaced with the demands of global competitiveness, the following policies and standards for pharmacy education are hereby adopted and promulgated by the Commission. Thus, Article 1, yun, tayo. Article 1, Introduction. Section 1. Pharmacy education is a 4-year bachelor's degree which provides a broad spectrum of scientific training and can lead to employment in a wider range of scientific fields, principally in higher education institutions, community drugstores, hospitals, in government agencies, research establishment, public health, and pharmaceutical industry. It should also encompasses pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, household hazardous substances, usually mga poisons class, drug delivery devices, medicines. So, di ba? Under pa sa atin ang veterinary. So, dapat we'll also work hand in hand sa mga veterinarians. Pero hindi tayo ganun masyado ka-focus kasi nga mas importante sa atin yung taong yun. Mostly doon talaga tayo. 90% sa human talaga tayo. The main concern of pharmacy education is to provide the country with pharmacists. Ayun, bakit tayo mayroon tayong pharmacy education? Ito kasi, provide the country with pharmacists who are scientifically competent. Remember, competent to deliver the full spectrum of pharmaceutical services required in healthcare delivery. After finishing the program, the graduate shall have acquired and developed the knowledge, skills, and competencies in. Dapat pagka-graduate nyo scientific research methods and processes, developing drugs for prevention and treatment of diseases of medicines. Diyan yan nagkapasok ang nyo. Identifying, compounding, manufacturing, storing, and dispensing of drugs. Diyan din ang manufacturing nyo at our pharmaceutical dosage form. Diyan nahuhulog ang subject na yan. And the next, managing drug establishments based on sound entrepreneurial practice. Then siya yung sa community. Kaya nagkakaroon kayo ng community internship para at least mabalance. Alam niyo what is in the manufacturing, kung anong paggawa. Alam niyo sa hospital kung paano ang pag-deliver ng drug. Alam niyo rin kung ano sa community. Yung kumbaga, ano ang pag-handle niyo dyan. The next is providing pharmaceutical care as well as counseling. Uy, out time na ako. Tapusin ko na lang ito itong last slide. Kami na ba niya? Okay, last slide kasi Article 2 na tayo. So, providing pharmaceutical care as well as counseling clients in the proper both prescribed and patient-chosen medications. Na-mention ko na kaganina. Providing drug and health-related information, dapat maipan natin, ma-explain natin, ma-inform natin sila about the mga drug interaction and drug adverse reaction and drug interaction, even food-drug interaction, adverse reaction. Advocating professional and ethical pharmacy practice and contributing to the overall social, mental, emotional, and physical health of individuals, communities, and country. Yan. So, yan ang dyan nagtatapos ang ating Article 1 sa apuang Introduction to Pharmacy. So, mag-picture sa ako class ha.